Push on the beat.
Right, 30 August 2025, and today is the last Saturday of the month, and we're heading towards the end of the year, and it's been very exciting and interesting. So today I want to quickly take you through the trending stories, and today we've got a very big story, and we'll be looking at the Herald newspaper. So we're going to start with the Herald newspaper of today. And the biggest story in the Herald newspaper is the huge number of fake doctors and nurses who have flooded Harare, buying certificates for as little as $200. So these certificates are being created and then sold on the streets of Harare. So let's go to the actual story on the front page of the Herald, and then I'll take you through other stories. So the story reads, authorities, including the government and health professionals, are on high alert to protect patients from falling victim to fake doctors and nurses in the wake of revelations that criminal syndicates are churning out fake academic qualifications. So this has become a very big problem, and there have been some arrests. And also, there are people that are doing this at various places in Harare. So the total number of people that have been arrested, according to information provided by this article, is very high. As high as 33 professionals with fake diplomas, especially in nursing, and also some fake doctors, dentists, and other kind of professionals. So if you're dealing with a professional in Harare, a medical professional, you must be extremely careful, because some of these people are not actually doctors or nurses. They've got fake qualifications. So this is inside of the Herald newspaper of today. You can go and check it out. One of the biggest stories ever to be covered in Zimbabwe, and many people suffering from medical malpractice. So you must be very careful. This is a very serious situation. Don't just go to any doctor or any dentist or any medical professional or a nurse, because they could prescribe you with the wrong medication. And don't be too afraid to do a background check on a doctor, especially those who perform medical procedures on you, people who are going to operate on you. You might find out that that person is not actually a doctor, is a fake doctor, and it don't end well for you if you are attended by such a person. Then let's quickly look at today's key events. So Mnangagwa is left for the Vatican, and he's going to be meeting the Pope, according to all the newspapers that are there in Zimbabwe. So Mnangagwa went and left Mohadi in charge. So Mohadi is currently the one who is in charge in Zimbabwe. And this meeting between Mnangagwa and the Pope is very painful for Mnangagwa, because Chiwenga was the first to meet the Pope. And the Zimbabwe government actually complained to the Vatican to say, how could you meet Chiwenga first and not Mnangagwa? So the ambassador of Zimbabwe to the Vatican, I think she's called Sekai Nzenza, she went and complained over the meeting that took place between Chiwenga and the Pope, and said Mnangagwa also wanted to meet the Pope. So the Vatican has made an exception and allowed Mnangagwa to meet with the Pope. So the new Pope is going to be meeting with Mnangagwa. And I don't know what the big deal is, But for Mnangagwa, it's such a big deal that this picture here has never been published in any state newspaper in Zimbabwe. So ever since Chiwenga met the Pope, that has never been published in any state newspaper. They've refused to acknowledge the meeting between Chiwenga and Mini and the Pope. And only now that Mnangagwa is going over there, they're starting to acknowledge the meeting that took place between Chiwenga and the Pope. But it's going to be a crazy situation. I have a feeling that the Pope might just not meet Mnangagwa and leave it. And that would be even worse because it would be quite a big embarrassment. And I don't think Auxilia has gone with Mnangagwa. Then let's look at other stories. So this week, we had a big story on crime. Crime statistics in Zimbabwe have shown that violent crime is on the increase, with the police themselves confirming that 531 armed robbers were arrested in Zimbabwe. So this is crazy. And it has never happened in the past, such that we've such a big number of armed robberies in Zimbabwe. So you must be extremely careful because violent crime is on the rise in Harare. And particularly if you are holding cash, so any cash holding business in Zimbabwe is being affected by this situation of robberies. So according to police statistics, the number of people who are arrested for armed robberies, 531, 206 were convicted for robbery, including armed robberies. And so far, over $6 million in cash has been stolen. The amount of violent crime in Harare has increased by 33.7% to 1,120. That is the number of violent crimes that have taken place in Harare. So you must be extremely careful when you're in Harare. Do not carry cash around. It's one of the most violent cities in the world. And then let's look at other events that are going to be taking place. We obviously have the Sanganai, Shanganani, Kumbanai Tourism Expo, which is going to take place on the 10th to the 12th of September. This is very interesting to the guys in the tourism sector. And then we've got the Mashonaland Investment Conference, which is taking place on Monday. So this is going to be taking place at Glen City Resort. That is on the 1st of September. This is something hosted by different people, including Mutuli Ngube over there. Then obviously, you saw this picture. President Gambakwe opens high-speed rail. This is a joke, guys. This is a joke. Don't pop a vein. President Gambakwe pinda as yet. And then let's look at the Chronicle newspaper. Chronicle, in fact, let's start with the Newsday. If they're published, let's see what is Newsday Zimbabwe. What is Newsday Zimbabwe? Newsday Zimbabwe isn't published today. But I want to show you what has happened yesterday in Harare. So most shops were closed yesterday. Not closed to be opened, but closed for good. And what happened is that the Harare City Council has been cracking down on all unlicensed and unregistered properties and people who don't have, let's say you are running a business, you don't have ZIMRA, you don't have health, you don't have all the necessary documents. They've been cracking down. And a lot of businesses were closed yesterday. So a lot of businesses have been shut down. And it has affected people, a lot of people. And it's crazy and unbelievable. So let's now go to the Chronicle newspaper and then we'll go into South Africa and Zambia. There's a big development in Zambia that has taken place overnight. And this is something that I want to look at. So let's look at the Chronicle newspaper of today. And let's see why I'm not seeing my newspaper here. Okay, there is the Chronicle newspaper. So in the Chronicle newspaper, We have the same story as President Ramaphosa with Auxilia over here. And you can see a lot of Sekuru Masuka back there and Mutuli Ngube over there. Is Sekuru Masuka a vice president? He's always close to Mnangagwa. Everywhere where they're working, Sekuru Masuka is right next to Mnangagwa. Is he an incoming vice president? And then you see president expected in the Vatican City today. And then Sekai Nzenza. Let's see if that name is correct, because I don't know if she's, yes, Sekai Nzenza confirmed the president's visit. And then let's see what else is over here. And that is Glitz and Glamour Puncture, Gweru Polytechnic graduation. So there was a graduation at the Gweru Polytechnic, and Professor Tagura hands over a certificate to best student, Charles General Gumbu, over here. So go check it out inside of the Chronicle newspaper. And obviously, Chiwenga has signed a deal with the Ashok Leyland of India, whereby India will be coming to Zimbabwe to open a plant, a car assembly plant for buses and also trucks in December. So that is the Chronicle newspaper. Let me see if there's anything else of interest. Lady Tshwane uses trip offers lessons for City of Kings. So I don't know who is Lady Tshwane, but you can go check it out. And then some very beautiful young ladies from Lady Chevrons. They've begun a quest with tricky Namibia clash. So very interesting. And then on Sunday, there's going to be the biggest match ever in Zimbabwe. That is, okay, it's not on Sunday, it's today. Scotland versus Dynamos. It's going to go down, and they're all wearing blue. So I don't know how they're going to do this. So we've got some of the best players in Zimbabwe playing in this match, and they've increased the gate fee. So for you to get in here, you have to pay more. So I'm trying to find how much the gate or the charge at the gate is. But I know that they've increased the money that you pay. That is Dynamos versus Scotland. It's going to be extremely big in Harare today. You're going to see a big result because the Dynamos guys are going to want to prove that they are a team to reckon with. And then let's go to South Africa, the Independent. On Saturday, it's saying South Africa descends into chaos and lawlessness. Organized criminal gangs are operating in economic investment hubs and tourist attraction suburbs. So this is the same as Zimbabwe. Crime is a pandemic. And then there was a raid at a comedian's house. South African comedian Anthony Taylor's house was raided, and he has taken to the media to slam the abuse of power following a raid at the home of Cape Town funnyman Anthony Taylor. So you can go check it out. And these newspapers, normally, they need you to sit down and digest them. And then you can see Taylor and the mom here. So Taylor and the mom are featuring Trevor Noah. He has got a new comedy movie, which is called The Island. So you'll probably go and see it. And then the issue of Alabuga is also featuring here, with Sian Buji becoming a victim of a lot of attacks after she went over there and advertised Alabuga. Then South African social media influencers are being warned to get their tax affairs in order, as the South African Revenue Services looks into undeclared income earned through online content creation and partnership. So if you are a YouTuber in South Africa, just pay your tax. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble. And then in Zambia, there is a big problem. So the opposition party of Zambia, that is the PF party has gone to the US embassy to complain. So there's been a meeting between the US ambassador inside of Lusaka and representatives of the Patriotic Front led by Secretary General Raphael Nakasinda. And you know that there's an election next year in Zambia, a presidential election. And PF is trying to make President Hakainde Hichilema look like someone who is a dictator, but it's not working. So they went over there and made a lot of complaints. However, it's not working. I can assure you that President Hakainde Hichilema is one of the best presidents ever. I know it myself because I'm always in Zambia. It's like my second home. Zambia has got one of the best presidents in this region, but they keep going to the US embassy. The late Lungu himself did go to the US embassy at one point, but Zambia is doing very, very well. Probably one of the most quickly and fast developing countries in the region. And then let's go to one or two other stories. Let me see if there's any other newspapers that have published. So let's start with the Saturday Star. If it is published, how do you spell Saturday? Saturday. Is that how you spell Saturday? Yes, Saturday Star. Over there. I got it right. I always get it wrong. How to spell Saturday. So, guys, this is a common theme. Law falters as disorder cripples SA. So you've got two of the top newspapers today talking about crime. Criminal justice system is ill-equipped. So that is the big theme around South Africa right now. And then tourists pours beer into elephant's trunk. I don't know how that is a big story. And then Bok women stand on edge of history in New York shot down. You also see the movie of Trevor Noah, The Island. So let's see when this is going to be. So The Island, South Africa's export comedian Trevor Noah has penned an exclusive new deal with Paramount Pictures. Paramount has acquired The Island, an R-rated comedy film pitch based on the idea from the comedy The Daily Show's host. So you can go and see the details over here, but Trevor Noah, one of the most successful South Africans. And this newspaper seems to have the same stories as the last one, The Independent and the Saturday Star. They seem to have a lot of similar stories. So I don't know if they're the same newspaper from different places, but then let's look at the Citizen and see what is over there. The Saturday Citizen is not there yet. Normally this newspaper is very quick. I don't know what has happened today. They're very quick with their publication, so there's nothing over here. Right, I think we've covered all the newspapers. We've covered Chronicle, we've covered Herald, we've covered Newsday. Newsday is not there. And we've covered the South African newspapers and the South African and the Zambian newspapers. Now let's go to Botswana and see what is in Botswana very quickly. And Botswana, this week has been very quiet. President Dumaboko has not been saying a lot. I hope he's feeling well. So this is Zambia. I want to look at Botswana. So let's go to Botswana and see what is happening over there. The land of diamonds. So Botswana is the land of diamonds. Let's see what is happening over there. So in Botswana, we don't have a newspaper from today, but we've got newspapers from yesterday. And corruption allegations rock. So Botswana in corruption, a lot of revelations about corruption, especially in government. There's a lot of corruption in government, and President Dumaboko has been trying to get rid of it. So procurement corruption rampant at DCEC. Senior officials allegedly collude procurement officers to favor certain companies. Company petitions office for close to 3 million. No competitive bidding. One company rakes in millions, does repair works and maintenance for close to 10 years. So this is the usual story. in Africa, the new governments are failing to deal with the governance. So they're failing to deal with the governance. And this is across the board. We have serious problems. Our people are very corrupt. And sometimes they wish that the old people who were ruling our countries would just come back because corruption was better, according to other people. I'm not saying that's good, that's true. I'm just saying, according to other people, it's better, Kuzosa, Mavet, let them come back and rule because the current governments are so corrupt. That's why collecting tax is a waste of time, money. Most of it is stolen. So let's go to Madam Boss. Madam Boss has been invited to Parliament. So let's first of all remove this one and stop sharing. I want to show you Madam Boss. She has been invited to Parliament. So you see, you don't have to be elected to go into Parliament. If Madam Boss can go to Parliament, how come you don't want to go to Parliament? Zimbabweans are so funny, but not funny in a strange way.
Good evening, everybody. So me and Kamabila today, we were invited at the Parliament of Zimbabwe stand at Harare Agriculture Show. Guys, we learned a lot. We learned a lot about parliament's role in lawmaking, oversight, and the presentation type presenter was Akawanda, guys.
Okay, so go check that out. Guys, if you don't participate in the governance of your country, you're going to be complaining all the time. So Madam Boss was at Parliament inside of the Harare Agriculture Show. I'm distracted by Shirikadzi. Shirikadzi. Look at Shirikadzi. Shirikadzi is doing very, very well. Where is the Black Duke? Shirikadzi. Go check it out. She's doing very, very well. And remember, she just did her skin in the UK. Don't you think her skin is amazing? That is amazing. Go check out Madam Boss. She's doing very, very well. Let's see President Hakainde Hichilema over here. President Hakainde Hichilema, he says, Odi, Kumawa, Bali. So let's interpret it. Let's find an interpreter very quickly. What does it mean? What is just typed there? I don't speak. So let's see what it means. Odi, Kumawa, Bali. What does it mean? It means what? They can't interpret for me. So anyone who knows, please interpret what it means. What President Hakainde Hichilema is just typed there. Odi, Kumawa, Bali. I know that Bali is his name, but I don't know what the other part means. And then, obviously, ever visited Zambia? What is your experience? So let's look at the tourist attractions of Zambia. This is how the Victoria Falls looks from the Zambian side. So that is President Hakainde Hichilema showing off the Zambian tourist attractions. I've never been into such a boat. And however, the Victoria Falls iconic. There is no picture in the world like the picture of the Victoria Falls. There is no place in the world like the Victoria Falls. I've gone to many, many places, and this place is amazing. It's amazing, the Victoria Falls, and President Hakainde Hichilema showing us the side from the Zambian side. I've never seen this picture. So let's see what he posted. He just said, ever visited Zambia? What's your experience? So I visited Zambia. What I like about Zambia is Lusaka. Lusaka is amazing. One of the best cities. And I like the food. When I'm in Zambia, I always eat. So let me tell you what to do when you go to Zambia. When you go to the hotel, go and eat in the restaurant. I always eat in the restaurants inside the hotel. In Zambia, they've got some of the best food. Their meat is amazing. Their fish, if you eat their fish, is amazing. And they've got the beer, the local beer. I always take one when I'm in Zambia. It's amazing. Zambia is one place you can never, ever have any other experience. But avoid the ladies who sit at the bar. Nokwara. Nokwara. Ndatopedza nemi. Usazoti hana kukuudza about vakadzi vanogara papower. Unopera. Then let's look at Chido Sanyatwe. Chido Sanyatwe, she is the wife of Mudara Sanyatwe, Anselam, and he's going to be coming very soon. I expect him to announce his presidential bid just before the 2028 elections. Pacha Pisa, because you're going to be having two generals in the race. That is Chiwenga versus Sanyatwe. It's going to happen. Don't say I didn't tell you. Sanyatwe has got presidential ambitions and he's going to contest in 2028. I've got no doubt about it. And my sources are never wrong. So watch Mudara Sanyatwe. Anogona kupinda. Say fun. And then let's see if Sanyatwe himself has posted anything. I'm just quickly looking here. August 17. And then, so August 17 and August 18. That is the last time that he posted. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what he posted today. And then tomorrow I'll show you the speech by the permanent secretary. So let's look at what Anselam Sanyatwe posted. And don't take what I'm saying as a joke. It's real. The struggle is real. So let's look at what he posted here. A delegation of 6 Zimbabwean coaches and athletes joined a 4-day international table tennis training program in China from the 13th to the 16th of August. So that is Sanyatwe posting over there. And these are our Zimbabweans, 6 Zimbabweans. I don't know if these guys can read Chinese, because everything seems to be written in Chinese. So go check it over there at Sanyatwe. Let's see if Chamisa has posted anything. So Chamisa Nelson, my homeboy, let's see if he's posted. So at the moment, I'm not seeing anything except from the 23rd of August. So let's look at his channel. So Chamisa has got the Chamisa News channel. Let's see if he has posted anything over there. Chamisa last posted on the 20, on Sunday. What was Sunday? So let's look at Sunday. Last week was the 24th. So that is the last time that Chamisa posted. I hope he's fine. I hope Chamisa is fine. Okay, I think we've covered everything that I wanted to cover. Most of the people have not posted, including people like Minnie. I don't think she's posted. Let's see if Minnie has posted. Normally, she doesn't post when she's overseas, but she did post on the 28th. And then, obviously, you got Sadak. Let's see if Sadak is posted. Sadak last posted on the 26th. That is the summit that I showed you yesterday. All right, so let's recap what we said. And remember, today we've got a big thing happening in Johannesburg. So if you're in Johannesburg, go over to the old Johannesburg Stock Exchange building at 1:30, and you'll be able to meet Job Scala. I wish I was in Johannesburg. I was going to meet Job Scala. What a great guy. He's been doing very well. And we would like to appreciate everything that he's going to be doing. And as I said, we need one candidate for the 2028 elections. We want to see pictures like this. People opening a high-speed rail in Harare, not people moving about, wandering aimlessly, like Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa aka broker, Oxile aka broker, Sean aka broker, Emerson Jr. aka broker, Kuda aka broker, Collins kakoma naka fupi, Kanuda mababy aka reba, kaka broker. We want a change in our country, and that will come only through unity and one candidate for the opposition. So that is what M31 is about. One candidate for the opposition, and we need to make it happen as soon as possible. So go check out Job Scala today, and that is at 1:30. and I'll give you guys details. We'll make sure that it's well covered, and you'll see what Job Scholar does. And if he comes to Cape Town, that would be amazing. I'll be able to meet him over here. All right, let's look at the comments. Kumao Bali means tomorrow they are. Tomorrow they are. Okay. Morning, guys. Morning, everybody. Great love for you all. And let's make it happen. Let's convert our country into one of the best countries in the world. And Mnangagwa is gone. Mnangagwa is gone. The Pope is going to give him his final prayer for him to go for good. Achadzoki Mnangagwa. Okay, I think we've covered everything. And it's exactly 5:30. So I'll see you guys later on. And today we are obviously going to attempt to make sure that we stream. So if you are with Job Scholar, let me know if I can stream. You can give me the feed of what you'll be saying. It's a long session. It's from 1:30 to 5:30. I don't know what will be going on, but it's so long. And I understand that Sekuru Vena is going to be over there. Guys, Sekuru Vena, there is no man in this whole world like Sekuru Vena. Venanzio, Monjane, amazing. So go over there. If you're in Johannesburg, pick up that place. Make sure that we show that we're able to do it, that we're able to support each other and buy the book. So I don't know how much the book costs, but go over there, take 500 rands and buy the book from Job Scholar. Support the man. He's done so well. All right. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. I'll see you again later on around midday. And a good day to you all.